Okay, I'm just going to talk you through this wee homework so you're not stuck when you're doing it. This is the rounding, handing in homework. So, number 1A, copy these numbers down and underline the third significant figure. So you just start at the beginning, 1, 2, 3. For the next one, 1056, 1, 2, 3. Now for part 3, remember significant figure starts at the first non-zero number. So you go 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I didn't mean to underline that. It's a 7 you're underlining there, okay? And do the same for this one. Remember the zeros at the start don't count. So you underline the first digit, sorry, the third significant figure. So in number 1, 1, 2, 3, underline, 1, 2, 3, underline. This one you start counting here, 1, 2, 3. On this one you'll start counting here, 1, 2, 3, and underline. And this one you'll start at the beginning and underline. Part B, what you've got to do now is write each of these to two significant figures. So 1, 2, the arrow tells you, you round up. Part 2, 1056, 1, 2, the arrow tells you, you round up. Because you're before the decimal point, which is at the end, you must fill in with zeros. On this one here, you start counting 1, 2, and do what the arrow tells you. Part 4, 1, you start counting here, 1, 2, and do what the arrow tells you to do there. And for part 5, I'll just go through this one. You start at the beginning, 1, 2, arrow tells you to go up, decimal points at the end, you're left with 4 gaps. Put in 4 zeros. Question 2, you start counting here, 1, 2, do what the arrow tells you. Part B, you start counting 1, 2, 3, do what the arrow tells you. 1, 2, 3, do what the arrow tells you. 1, 2, 3. Arrow tells you to go up 1. Because you're before the decimal point, you must put a 0 in. Just make sure you put those answers in. I haven't them all done for you. E, 1, 2. Start at the 2. Do what the arrow tells you. F, start here. Arrow tells you do nothing, so you start at 7. You're left with 3 gaps before the decimal point. You must fill in with zeros. And the last one, sorry, the one before the last, start counting here. You want just one figure. Do what the arrow tells you. And the last one, 2 figures. Start counting at the first number after the zeros. And do what the arrow tells you.